This Power Rangers Beast Morphers episode review is intended for and targeted to adult fans of the series.
And that is going to wrap up my very first Power Rangers Beast Morphers 2.0 episode review. I feel like I didn't say that right. I know I did. But I felt like Power Ranger Beast Morphers 2.0. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and it's finally back. The off-season is over after 10 long weeks. Okay, it's not the hiatus, but with as good as Beast Morphers has been, it still felt like an eternity. So welcome back, heroes, to the very first Power Rangers Beast Morphers 2.0 episode review. Let's talk about that title. I mentioned this during my last Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters episode review, but if YouTube's view numbers are to be believed, I'm guessing that a pretty significant portion of you watching this video did not watch those videos. The official title of this season of Power Rangers is Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2. But I imagined having to say, welcome to another Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2 episode review, and it just felt like it was too wordy. So I mused on Twitter about what to call this season, looking for some suggestions. I had some people suggest treating it as just the continuation of the previous season, to the point of not referring to this as the first episode of the second season, but just the 23rd episode of the show overall. However, the show is treating them as two distinct seasons, so I feel like that's something I need to do as well. That was when someone, and I'm terribly sorry, but I've completely forgotten who it was at this point. If you're watching the video, comments below, suggested 2.0, and that just has a very computerish and technology sound to it. So I will be treating this as a separate season of episodes and calling it Beast Morphers 2.0.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
And finally, because I know people are going to ask if I don't mention it, and will probably ask even though I am now mentioning it, yes, I did see the trailer that dropped during Toy Fair on Saturday, the day this is being filmed as a matter of fact, and how it revealed that the 28th season of Power Rangers will be adapting Ryusoulger. All of my thoughts on that were basically covered in my What's Next for Power Rangers video, which you can find at that card right about up there. While I am going through my now standard beginning of season disclaimers, I will take the opportunity to ask you to please like this video by clicking that like button, that thumbs up button right down below, and leave a comment with your thoughts on this episode as well as my review of it once the video has concluded. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all of my videos, ring the bell, get your notifications set up so you know whenever I post brand new videos, and consider supporting the channel financially on Patreon or Ko-fi.
Get on with it!
Couldn't agree with you more, MPG. Let's finally bring this off-season to an end by taking a look at the first episode of Beast Morphers 2.0, Believe It or Not.
Believe it or not, it's just me.
Uh-oh. Blaze and Devin are fighting again at the Riptide Gym with wooden staffs. Has Blaze learned nothing? Is he still the same pompous jerk that tried to kill Devin for not paying attention in karate class? No, he does get the better of Devin, but as it turns out, they're just sparring. Blaze is quite friendlier now, having embraced Devin both as a teacher and a friend. The two see Mayor Daniels on the TV announcing the first global network Morphex tower in Paris. I don't know if he's supposed to be in Paris or is just being green screened in the story. I'll give the episode the benefit of the doubt for the moment, because my bigger thought here is that Paris would probably never put a Morphex tower right next to the Eiffel Tower upstaging it. But I mean, if they didn't have the Eiffel Tower in the shot, how would you know they were in Paris? As Mayor Daniels gives a speech that honestly sounds more like a Grid Battle Force commercial, we see glimpses of where the others are. Nate and Zoe are working hard in the lab, and Ravi and Roxy are on a picnic date. Hey now, remember, Roxy is not a ranger, so this is no longer against the rules. Ravi's wrist alarm goes off, and he tells Roxy he has to go to ranger training.
Excuse me, what?
Hey, Ravi? I'm no Casanova here, definitely living that single ranger life, but maybe don't schedule your romantic picnic for right before you have to go do something else. That's better scheduled at the end of the day when there's nothing happening to interrupt it. She says she's fine with it though, and he gives her a sweet kiss on the cheek as he leaves.
You give me a kiss on my cheek whenever I need it.
Zoe and Ravi take in some target practice, blasting some targets on the wall. Oh, hey. Look, everyone. It's Ben and Betty.
And there was much rejoicing.
Though actually, in this case, their comic relief may hint to some stuff down the road. They want to work out as well, and Betty suggests using the punching bag. She asks Ben to hold it, and he does so, sarcastically telling her to give it all she's got. She hits the punching bag, and Ben goes flying across the room.
Things that make you go,
They then see Devin using his cheetah speed to jump rope really fast. They decide to jump in, because you two totally have superpowers that would let you keep up with Devin, right? But weirdly, they do keep up for a moment, and the episode more implies that the machine broke down from going too fast versus getting tangled up in their legs. And yes, by the way, I did notice that Ben is once again wearing orange. He is a man of taste and sophistication, after all. It would be really easy for me to cosplay as Ben. What was I talking about again? Oh, right, so Nate walks in with a new toy, a new weapon for the Rangers. He calls it the Beast X Ultra Blaster, saying it's stronger than their current blasters and also has a rapid-fire mode. Robbie tries it out and very quickly loses control of the thing, which blasts up most of the target wall. But hey, as Zoe points out, it's got the kick that they need to fight the enemies that they don't currently have. But Steel has a remedy for that, coming in with a conspiracy board and saying that Evox has returned.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
So here's the thing. Steel's theories are based on a lot of underground lizard people and secret earthquake machines and etc., etc. But as Zoe points out, there's some stuff on the board that has some legitimacy to it. For example, in the intervening time between seasons, there was a leak detected at a Morphex tower, 100 tons of it leaking out. However, no cleanup crew was ever sent to take care of that, and when Steel investigated the site, the Morphex was gone. Devin says that his father, Mayor Daniels, said that that had been taken care of. I've already used things that make you go, Anyway, the team tells Steel that he can't get obsessed with conspiracy theories, and if he wants to claim something really big, like Evox being back, he needs to have some really hard evidence. He pulls down a picture that was taken in the forest, and suggests that the next day's training be a jog in the woods. They all agree and head out. Devin goes to meet his dad, who just got back from Paris. I really wish they hadn't mentioned that. He was supposed to be in Paris. That was a terrible green screen. Anyway, after a joke about exposing Devin's identity, Devin suggests they get tacos for dinner. However, Mayor Daniels says there are going to be a lot of late nights in his future, setting up things and having meetings involving the global Morphex network. The Rangers arrive at the woods the next day for their run, Devin noting that they are right near that Morphex tower that leaked. Interesting. After a while running, Steel asks them all to stop, saying that this is where the photo was taken, and he asks them if the blurry shape in the photo looks familiar. Clearly, it's Scrozzle. The photo was taken 2 days ago, and since Steel found it online, it must be true.
They can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
Where'd you hear that? The internet.
Devin points out that the blurry shape was probably just this tree trunk overgrown with vines. Steel looks around for some more evidence, finding robotic footprints. However, Nate points out that these rectangles with X's in them are his own footprints. Nate tells Steel that he can't just make baseless claims without any evidence. Steel says that since they seem to be so obsessed with proof, he'll just go find some. Alone. The Rangers realize they've hurt his feelings and go after him. For some reason, the Rangers quickly lose track of Steel. I think what happened is that Steel ran into Noah doing sword training, and the two of them went to go get some Ernies. Anyway, Zoe finds some more robot footprints, but let's take a closer look at these. These footprints have circles in them. The ones before had X's. They were not made by the same feet. The Rangers reach a clearing that leads to a rock quarry. You know, the rock quarry that's right there next to the forest. Anyway, they don't find Steel, but they do find what Steel was looking for. Scrozzle is alive and looks really good in direct sunlight, by the way. And his Tronics are moving some Morphex out of a cave. Scrozzle tells the Tronics to hurry up or Evox will take them apart one bolt at a time. Theme song! This was 9 minutes into the episode. Beast Morphers takes the concept of a cold open and just runs away with it. This is more than 1/3 of the way into the episode. I just felt like it was worth elaborating on that Beast Morphers does really long cold opens, even if I only mention it this once. A few notes on the new theme sequence, since of course I didn't have the chance to put a full video together for it. The theme song is the same song, but there are some new visuals. The actors stand center screen this time and do this look to camera thing that's honestly a little bit off-putting. It's almost like they're staring directly at me. We see a new Zord, a lion, which apparently can turn into a motorcycle that the Cheetah Racer Zord can ride. There's also a lion-themed bow, a new power-up mode, and the final shot is actually taken from the Go Busters team-up with Space Sheriff Gavan, who is also rumored to be in this season as well. Coming back from commercial, we see that they have a red Drilltron with them. Oh man, Ravi, it's alright. Take a breath. Don't worry about it, dude, you're okay. Commander Shaw calls Devin, coincidentally, just checking on their run. Devin reports on Scrozzle and the Tronics, and Grid Battle Force didn't detect them. Why exactly? Anyway, the Rangers confront them and they morph, but Scrozzle teleports away with the Morphex. Original fight scene since it stays in the quarry, and it's actually darn good. The Rangers handle the Tronics pretty easily, but Drilltron 2.0 gets the better of them, blasting them, and then they're held by the Tronics. But it's Steel to the rescue, leaping in and insta-morphing in midair. Don't get me wrong, it was badass, but oh no, Steel can't have a solo morph. We have to reserve those for the Red Ranger. Steel blasts Drilltron away, Team Rocket style, with a single blast, okay, and takes care of the Tronics. Zoe tries to apologize, but Commander Shaw calls and says that a Gigadrone is teleporting in, directly where the team is standing. They leap out of the way, but Drill Drone drills underground. Nate says that the Morphex is down there, so it's trying to steal it. So it's not that the Morphex was quietly stolen, it was, what, absorbed into the ground?
I get it.
I don't get it.
Drilltron comes back, and Steel says that he and Zoe can handle this, sending the other three to deal with the Gigadrone. This doesn't really make a lot of sense. Okay, so the Cheetah Zord and the Mantis Zord have battle modes, but Ravi's? I mean, I guess it can turn into a gorilla, but it's not nearly as mobile. As Steel and Zoe fight Drilltron, the Mantis Zord's Wrecker mode lowers the Cheetah Racer Zord down into the hole. And, proving my point, Ravi's Gorilla Zord just stands there. But it does end up having something to do, as Drill Drone dispatches 2 Gigatronics up to ground level. Nate can't change into battle mode with Devin's Zord still hanging off his hook, so Ravi has to defend him. Ugh, defense mission, am I right? I could totally see this in a Beast Morphers video game. Devin's Zord reaches the bottom, where the Morphex has somehow merged with the rocks and given them a refreshing mint flavor. However, they are now also radioactive. That can't be good. Drill Drone finds Devin, and they start in with the fisticuffs, Drill Drone dispatching 2 more Gigatronics. Things start turning the villain's way as Steel and Zoe have trouble with Drilltron as the fight moves back into the woods. Ravi struggles to hold back the Gigatronics, and Devin needs some more time to deal with things down below. He asks Nate to send the hook back down, knocking over the Gigatronics and hooking Drilltron with it, telling Nate to pull it back up. Guess he decided Nate can just deal with that one. Steel and Zoe strike on the brilliant idea of shooting the thing until it falls down, blasting it a bunch of times, and then using their respective finishing moves. I didn't realize this until Steel mentioned it, but the two of them are kind of Team Sky, saying that the other Rangers need air support, and asking Commander Shaw to send the Jet and Chopper Zords. The Gigatronics at ground level leap over the Gorilla Zord and are just about set to blast Nate when Zoe shows up to take care of them. She goes Jackrabbit mode and she and Ravi take care of those Gigatronics, Ravi's banana missiles blasting them up good. With no drill drone around, Devin easily handles the Gigatronics down below. Nate gets Drill Drone into the sky, and Steel grabs it in his Zord Scarab mode, taking it to the city. Nate changes his Zord into battle mode and quickly finishes that off as well, an excellent job done by all. Back at the base, Nate says that he doesn't know where Evox's hideout is. He's already scanned the cyber dimension, but it's been abandoned. Commander Shaw says that it's clear that Evox is back, so there are going to be more battles, and tells Nate that he is going to need to make a lot more toys to sell this season. The moral of the day is fumbled, I think. Steel says the Rangers thought he had a screw loose, and I did, look, it's right here, haha, but Nate fixed me. But seriously, I was right to believe all those crazy internet conspiracy theories. And the Rangers say, yes, he was right, and they're sorry for not believing in Bigfoot or whatever. I wonder if Steel's message board is run by Mr. Burley. I'm making a lot of Megaforce references today. He tells them that he will forgive them if they help him look for the Loch Ness Monster, vacationing in Coral Harbor. They good-naturedly agree that a boat trip sounds like fun. Ben and Betty walk in ready to scuba dive and then walk into a door on the way out. Let's throw some shades. Episode 1, Believe It or Not. Pros: Steel is awesome, a varied battle sequence, and subtle hints to what is to come. Cons: a little back to basics for a premiere, the moral is unclear, and the return of Ben and Betty. I'm excited Beast Morphers is back. But this was just more of the same. Believe it or not, gets 4 shades out of 5. Steel, my robotic friend, we have missed you over these past 10 weeks. He's just fantastic, and it's equal credit to voice actor Jamie Linehan and suit actor Reed McGowan. Steel's obsession with conspiracy theories points to somebody who is very young, just learning about the world. Come on now, we all had that time where we did believe that the internet was the world's encyclopedia, a repository of true information, before we had that brutal awakening.
I'm a suppository of information.
It struck me how spread out the action is in this episode as the Rangers fight a battle on 3 fronts this time. 2 Rangers fighting the Robotron is standard practice, though it was kind of neat for it to be Steel and Zoe this time. But the Zord action gets split in half, with Devin below ground, Ravi topside, and Nate literally trapped between them. And these writers are still doing a fantastic job subtly hinting at things. Nobody ever out and out says, I wonder if something's up with Mayor Daniels. But clearly there's evidence to that effect. Both him seemingly covering up a massive Morphex spill and turning down dinner with his son. Now, I will say, yes, the trailer that was released at Toy Fair on Saturday does reveal what's up with Mayor Daniels, but I'm not going to cover it until it happens on the show. Please try to keep spoilers out of the comments. But also, I really think that something might be going on with Betty. She's not in a bubble suit anymore, thank goodness, but she shouldn't be able to punch her brother off of a punching bag and across the room. And it's weird that both of them were able to keep up with Devin even for a moment. I feel like Betty's exposure to the Cybergate may just lead to something. The first episode of Beast Morphers 1.0 was action-packed, surprising, new details left and right. Here, Steel is suspicious, the Rangers find Scrozzle, there's a repainted monster, Zord fight, back to the Ranger life. To paraphrase Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation, it's like Beast Morphers was a big bowl of delicious ice cream that I just finished, and now Hasbro has set down a second giant bowl of ice cream. I might eat it, I may even like it, but being the exact same thing is going to diminish it some. I'm not really sure what the lesson was supposed to be. I figured it was going to be don't trust everything you see online, but the episode subverts that because Steel is proven to be correct. So is it trust your friends? Don't be so quick to dismiss something you don't want to be true? I think that's it, because Zoe basically says that at the end of the episode, that they were so happy that Evox wasn't around that they didn't want to believe that he could have come back. It's just not very clear. And yes, we may have gotten some nice hints for Betty, but we're still getting Ben punched across the room, both of them tripped up by a jump rope, Ben doing goofy crossed eyes at the camera, and then the two of them smacking into a door. These characters are pace killers. They grind the episode to a halt whenever they show up to do their obligational comedy like the obligation that it is. I really wish the writers would take these two characters more seriously. More of the same. More of the same good. A part of me feels disappointed, but that's almost too strong of a word. It really did feel like the 23rd episode of Beast Morphers. Like Evox's defeat was not the season-ending bombshell that it seemed, but the end of a story arc, and now we're starting another story arc. I guess I was expecting more, but maybe not that much more?
What do you want from me? I am a banana.
This was a premiere of sorts. Next time we have a finale of sorts. The second half of my anniversary gift to you all is my review of the 20th episode of Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills, bringing those reviews to a natural but temporary stopping point. The episode is called Bully for You, and here, heading into his literal spring break, is totally not 90s dude. It's been real, y'all. Dude! An attempt to restore Swinton's confidence by disguising Gordon as Q Libra backfires when the real Q Libra appears and almost destroys the Galactic Sentinels. And that is going to wrap up my first Power Rangers Beast Morphers 2.0 episode review. Thank you, heroes, so much as always for watching. Now that the video's over, you can like it by hitting that thumbs up button right down below, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode, as well as my review of it. Do you agree with me that it was kind of more of the same, and there wasn't really anything that stood out to any great degree for a premiere? Or did you really like it and you're excited that it's back? Let me know down in the comments below, and until next time, hand switch. One of these times I'm going to remember to do this last take holding this in my left hand. May the power protect you. So, what? I'm still a rock star. I've got my rock boots, or moves, whichever it is. I mentioned this during my last Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills episode review, though if it I had somebody suggest farting, but I'm not gassy right now. I haven't eaten beans yet. So I mused on Twitter about what to call this season, looking for some... And while I'm doing my standard new episode, you would please subscribe to the channel and do all the other things that I didn't say in the right order. I will ask that you would like this video. That doesn't make any sense. Steel says that there's... A few notes on the theme, since as usual I didn't have the chance to put together a full video on it. The actor of the same song. A few notes on the theme, since of course as usual I didn't have the chance to put together a full video on it. Steel blasts Drilltron away with a team. Steel blasts Drilltron away. Dream Rocket. Gosh dang. Sending Dave and as Nate and Zoe fight Drilltron, as they declare that they need air support, declaring that the others need their air support, and asking Commander Shaw to send the Zet that... It's when the real Q Libra attacks and almost destroys the Galactic Sentinels.